Each day is a gift, and how you approach it shapes not only your day but your life. Every time you get up in the morning, there's power in the words you choose, especially those you say to yourself. Let's talk about 9 things you should be telling yourself every single day. Say these things with conviction because they're reminders of who you are and what you're capable of. Remind yourself of your value every day. Don't let the world or anyone around you make you feel lesser. Your worth isn't defined by a paycheck or a title. You have worth because you are here, you are living, and you have purpose. There will be moments that make you question your abilities, but hear this, you have it in you. Everything you need to conquer this day is within you. Tell yourself that you're ready, that you're equipped, and that you're stronger than any obstacle. Gratitude grounds you. When you start your day by recognizing what you have, you approach life from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Say thank you for every little blessing, because these are the moments that enrich your life. Happiness is a choice. And every morning, decide to choose it. This world will throw challenges and curveballs, but how you respond is up to you. Choose joy. Choose to find the light even when darkness tries to invade. Life won't go easy on you. Challenges will come, setbacks will knock on your door. But remember, resilience isn't about never falling, it's about getting back up every time. Remind yourself that there's no storm you can't survive. Growth takes time. You don't have to be perfect today, and you don't need all the answers right now. Life is about learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Respect starts with you. Set boundaries, and don't let anyone cross them. Stand up for yourself, and never settle for less than the respect you deserve. You teach others how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Society may try to tell you otherwise, but you are enough as you are. You don't need to chase validation or approval. You are enough in your own skin with your unique gifts, just as you are today. The impact you make, no matter how small, matters. Maybe it's a kind word, maybe it's offering help to someone in need. Each of us has the power to make this world a little better every single day. Embrace your worth. Know deeply and profoundly that you are valuable not because of what you've done, not because of what you've done, not because of what you've accomplished, but simply because you exist. Your value is intrinsic. It's built into your being, woven into the very fabric of who you are. It doesn't depend on anyone's opinion, doesn't fluctuate with circumstances, and doesn't rise or fall with success or failure. You are worthy from the moment you take your first breath, and that worth never diminishes no matter what happens. To embrace your worth is to see yourself as a creation of significance. You were never meant to blend in or shrink back. You were meant to shine, to stand tall, to own your space in this world. But that doesn't mean waiting for the world to affirm your worth. It means knowing it for yourself without question. It means no longer letting the opinions of others define you. People may try to measure your worth based on what you've done, how much you have, or how you look, but those measures are incomplete, shallow. Your value is immeasurable, far beyond anything that can be quantified. When you truly embrace your worth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop letting anyone treat you as though you're anything less than extraordinary. You set boundaries, protect your peace, and make choices that reflect your understanding of your own worth. You don't accept disrespect, you don't chase approval, and you don't beg for validation. You know that you have what it takes to stand firm in your own skin, to honor your journey, and to protect your inner peace. This world will try to tell you that you're not enough. It will try to make you feel inadequate, like you need to change something about yourself to be accepted, to be loved, to be respected. But embracing your worth means rejecting those lies. It means telling yourself every single day, I am enough, just as I am. I don't need to prove my worth to anyone. I don't need to change for the world to accept me. I am valuable simply because I am me. You have gifts that the world needs: talents, wisdom, strength, kindness, courage that only you possess in the way you do. When you embrace your worth, you honor those gifts, you recognize that they were given to you for a reason, and it's your responsibility to share them with the world. You stop hiding behind fear or self-doubt, and you step into your purpose. You understand that your presence is meaningful and that you were placed here for a reason. Embracing your worth also means honoring your flaws, your scars, and your mistakes. Because it's not about being perfect, it's about being whole. Every challenge you've faced, every obstacle you've overcome, has added to your strength and resilience. Those imperfections, those struggles, are part of what makes you uniquely you, and they deserve respect because they tell the story of your growth, your journey, your evolution. Every day, remind yourself of your worth. Every day, stand tall in the knowledge that you matter. You don't need to wait for someone else to see your value for it to be true. It's already in you, already there, just waiting for you to fully recognize it. Own it. Live it. Breathe it. When you embrace your worth, you give the world permission to do the same. You inspire others to see their own value, and in doing so, you create a ripple effect of self-respect, self-love, and self-empowerment. Because when you truly embrace your worth, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of those around you. Trust your abilities. Believe without a shadow of a doubt that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to handle whatever life throws your way. Life will challenge you, it always does. It will test your limits, push you to your breaking point, and sometimes it will feel like it's more than you can bear. But here's the truth, you are more than capable. Your abilities are not some random gift. They are forged through experience, built through struggle, and refined through the battles you've already faced. You are stronger than you think, and you've always had what it takes to overcome. Trusting your abilities doesn't mean you won't feel fear, doubt, or uncertainty. It means you refuse to let those feelings control you. It means looking at the obstacles ahead and saying, I faced tough times before, and I came through them. I am equipped to handle whatever's next. It's not about pretending to be invincible. It's about understanding that your strength comes from within, that you've already proven time and time again that you can rise to any occasion. Every challenge you face is another opportunity to tap into the power that's already within you. You have resources, skills, wisdom, courage that you might not even fully realize yet. But every time life tests you, you uncover more of them. You see, the most powerful thing you can do is trust that you already have the tools you need. Even if you don't have all the answers today, your ability to figure it out, to adapt, to learn is enough. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. You just need to trust that you will figure it out when the time comes. It's easy to look at someone else's success, to see where they are, and think they've got it all together. But what you don't see is the struggle, the setbacks, and the times they had to rely on their own strength to move forward. No one is exempt from hard times. But what sets the strong apart is their belief in their ability to keep going, no matter what. They don't let setbacks define them. They don't let failures break them. They trust that they are capable of handling whatever comes because they've already proven to themselves that they can. Life is unpredictable. It will knock you down. It will throw curveballs your way. But when you trust your abilities, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You understand that setbacks aren't the end of the story. They're just part of the journey. You will get knocked down, but you will also get back up. You will face challenges, but you will rise to meet them with everything you've got. Trusting your abilities means embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. It means knowing that the hardest moments often bring the most growth. You don't have to have all the answers, but you do have to have the courage to keep moving forward. It's in those moments when you feel the most vulnerable that you discover your true power. Trusting yourself means looking fear in the face and saying, I've got this. The road won't always be easy, and the path won't always be clear. But when you trust in your own strength, you trust in your ability to navigate whatever life brings. You know that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way, even when it feels overwhelming. You are built for this. You've always been built for this. And every time you face adversity, you only get stronger, more resilient, and more certain in your own abilities. So trust yourself. Trust your strength. Trust the process. Life is full of challenges, but you have what it takes to face them head on. No matter what happens, you will get through it. You are not only capable, you are unstoppable. Start with gratitude. Every single day, make the decision to focus on the blessings in your life, no matter how small or how big. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you for the good things that come your way. It's about training your mind to see the good, to recognize what you have, and to appreciate it fully. In a world that's quick to highlight the challenges, the struggles, and the things that aren't going right, gratitude shifts your focus. It turns your attention to the abundance, the little victories, the everyday moments that often get overlooked. Starting with gratitude means waking up every morning and choosing to see the positives. No matter how tough the day before was, no matter how hard things seem, you have something to be grateful for. It's easy to get bogged down by what's missing, by what's not going right. But the truth is that your life is full of blessings if you just take the time to recognize them. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the roof over your head, or the people who care about you. Maybe it's the simple things, the ability to walk, to see, to breathe. Gratitude starts with acknowledging these things, with appreciating them for what they are, and realizing that these are the very things that make life worth living. When you focus on gratitude, you bring positivity into your day. Your energy shifts. The moment you start recognizing the good around you, you change the entire atmosphere of your life. It's a mindset, a choice to see the good even when it's hard to find. It's easy to complain, to focus on what's wrong. But when you choose gratitude, you make a conscious decision to change the narrative of your life. Instead of being stuck in a cycle of negativity, you find yourself surrounded by possibility, by hope, by joy. Gratitude opens doors, shifts perspectives, and invites peace into your heart. It's not just about counting your blessings, it's about embracing them. It's about feeling the depth of your gratitude, allowing it to fill you up, and letting that sense of abundance spill over into every area of your life. Gratitude transforms your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that you are not lacking, you have more than enough. When you live from a place of gratitude, you stop chasing after what you think you need and start appreciating what you already have. That's when true richness comes into your life, not in the form of material wealth, but in the form of peace, joy, and contentment. Gratitude also invites positivity into your relationships. When you begin each day with gratitude, you approach others with a different energy. You see them through a lens of appreciation rather than focusing on their flaws or shortcomings. Gratitude shifts how you interact with the world. You become kinder, more patient, more understanding. You give more because you know how much you have. And when you do this, you start attracting more of what you're giving. The more you appreciate, the more life gives you to appreciate. Gratitude doesn't require you to ignore the struggles, the setbacks, or the pain. It simply asks you to recognize that in the midst of difficulty, there is always something to be thankful for. Even when life feels heavy, gratitude helps you find the light. It reminds you that you are resilient, that you are capable, and that you have made it through every tough day so far. Gratitude acknowledges the challenges, but it also gives you the strength to keep going. It's a reminder that no matter what, you've been blessed in ways you may not even realize yet. Starting with gratitude is a choice you make every day. It's a decision to be intentional with your thoughts and to focus on what's good, even when things aren't perfect. It's the practice of seeing the beauty in the ordinary, finding peace in the chaos, and remembering that you are richer than you think. Gratitude transforms your life, one moment at a time, one thought at a time. So begin your day with gratitude. Let it fill your heart, guide your actions, and set the tone for everything that follows. When you start with gratitude, you invite positivity into your life, and that positivity becomes the foundation upon which you build everything else. Choose happiness daily. It starts with a simple but powerful decision. A decision that today, no matter what life throws your way, you will find reasons to smile. You will find moments of joy, no matter how small, to fill your heart and light up your spirit. Happiness doesn't always come from the big things. It's not about waiting for a perfect moment or for all the stars to align. It's about choosing to see the good even when it's hard to find. It's about deciding to show up for yourself every day with the intention to be happy. Life can get heavy. The weight of responsibilities, the challenges, the setbacks, it can feel like it's more than you can handle. And it's easy in those moments to let negativity take over, to focus on what's wrong instead of what's right. But choosing happiness means refusing to let life's difficulties steal your joy. It means you don't let your circumstances define how you feel. You decide that no matter what happens, you will not be shaken from your inner peace. You are in control of your mindset, and happiness starts with that control. Choosing happiness isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding the strength to look past the obstacles, past the frustration, past the pain, and choose to focus on what's good. It's about making the conscious effort to find gratitude in the everyday moments. Maybe it's the smile of a stranger, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun, or the taste of your favorite food. These are the little things that bring joy into your day if you're willing to see them. Choosing happiness means appreciating these moments, allowing them to fill you up, and reminding yourself that there is always something to smile about. And this choice, it's not just a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. Every morning you get to choose how you want your day to unfold. You can choose to dwell on what's wrong, to carry the weight of yesterday's disappointments, or you can choose to embrace the opportunity of today. You have the power to decide where your focus will go. So choose happiness every day. Choose to see the beauty around you, to focus on the things that make your heart feel light. Choose to smile at the challenges, knowing that they are just stepping stones to something greater. Life will never be without struggle, but your ability to choose joy in the midst of it is what makes all the difference. Choosing happiness also means choosing to take responsibility for your own emotional well-being. It means understanding that no one else can make you happy unless you allow them to. Your happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances. It comes from within. You can create your own joy by how you choose to think, how you choose to react, and how you choose to show up for yourself and others. You have the power to control your own energy. And when you choose happiness, you set the tone for your life. It's an energy that spreads, that lifts others, and that transforms the atmosphere around you. It's important to remember that happiness isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up every day with the intention to find the good, to embrace the challenges, and to smile through it all. Life is a mix of highs and lows, but happiness comes when you decide to appreciate the journey. You decide to live with purpose, to be mindful of the small moments, and to find meaning in everything, even the struggle. Because when you choose happiness, you find joy in the little things, you find peace in the process, you find strength in the struggle. So make the choice to be happy every day. Decide that today you will smile. Today you will focus on what's good, what's possible, what's beautiful. It may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because when you choose happiness, you change your world. You change the way you show up in life, the way you see others, and the way you move through each day. Happiness isn't something that happens to you, it's something you create. And the more you choose it, the more you will find it in every corner of your life. Stand strong in adversity. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path, challenges you never saw coming, and moments that will knock you off your feet. But here's the truth: adversity doesn't define you, it refines you. It's in these moments of struggle that your true strength emerges. It's when life seems the hardest that you discover the power that's been there all along, waiting for you to tap into it. Acknowledge your resilience, because you've been through hard times before, and you're still here. You're still standing, and you're stronger than you think. Adversity is part of life. It's inevitable. You can't avoid it, you can't escape it, but you can choose how to face it. You can choose to let it break you, or you can choose to let it build you. It's about the mindset you carry in those tough times. When everything seems to be falling apart, that's when your true character shines through. The easy road doesn't create warriors, it's the battles you fight, the hardships you overcome, the moments when you feel like giving up but keep pushing anyway. That's where your greatness is forged. The key to standing strong in adversity is acknowledging the power you already have inside of you. You are built for this. You have the strength, the grit, and the heart to face whatever challenges come your way. It's easy to forget that when the weight of the world feels heavy, when the odds are stacked against you, but remember this: you've already survived 100% of your hardest days. You've overcome struggles you didn't think you could. And here you are, still standing, still moving forward. When adversity hits, don't let it make you question your worth or your ability. Don't let it convince you that you're not enough or that you don't have what it takes. You've got more than you realize. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to discover just how strong you really are. It's a chance to tap into reserves of courage, resilience, and determination that you didn't even know you had. When life pushes you to your breaking point, that's when you discover the depth of your inner strength. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're proving to yourself and to the world that you can handle whatever comes your way. But standing strong doesn't mean pretending the struggle isn't real. It doesn't mean faking it or acting like everything is okay when it's not. It means acknowledging the pain, the fear, the doubt, and choosing to keep going anyway. It's about refusing to stay down when life knocks you to the ground. It's about getting back up, even when it feels impossible. Adversity is tough, but so are you. And every time you get back up, you get stronger. You learn more. You become more resilient. Sometimes the hardest thing you can do is simply keep moving forward. But that's the point. When you keep pushing, when you refuse to give up, you show the world and yourself that you are unstoppable. It's not about how fast you go or how easily you move through life's challenges. It's about the willingness to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep striving, even when it feels like the world is against you. It's about showing up day after day with the determination that nothing will hold you back. You might face times when you feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or unsure of how to keep going. But those are the moments that will test your resolve. That will shape your character. And that will determine how far you'll go. Keep pushing forward. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you stumble or fall, always remember standing strong in adversity is not about avoiding pain. It's about learning how to stand tall in spite of it. You've been through the fire, and you've come out stronger. Every battle you fought, every challenge you faced has prepared you for what's next. The next time adversity comes knocking, you'll be ready. You'll stand tall, knowing that you are more than capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Because you are resilient. You are unbreakable. You have the power to rise, to keep pushing, and to come out victorious on the other side. So when life gets tough, and it will stand strong. Acknowledge your resilience, dig deep, and keep moving forward. There's nothing that can defeat you unless you let it. Your strength, your courage, and your will to persevere are greater than any challenge you'll face. Keep pushing forward. The best version of you is waiting on the other side of this adversity, and you will get there one step at a time, one day at a time. Keep going. Keep fighting. Stand strong. Celebrate growth. Understand that growth is not a destination, it's a journey. Every day you're evolving. And that process, the small steps you take, the challenges you face, the lessons you learn is what truly matters. It's easy to look around and think that you should have it all figured out by now. We live in a world that values quick results, instant success, and overnight transformations. But the truth is, real growth isn't about the flashy moments or the big wins. It's about what happens in the quiet spaces, in the small, consistent actions that you take each day. It's about the decisions you make to improve, to evolve, to be better than you were yesterday. The path of growth isn't always linear. You will have your ups and downs. There will be setbacks. You will stumble, you will fall, and you will experience moments where it feels like you're not making any progress at all. But that's the essence of growth. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of bumps along the way. But that doesn't mean you're not growing. In fact, it's often during the difficult times that you grow the most. It's when you're pushed to your limits, when things don't go as planned, that you learn who you really are. You learn what you're made of. You realize that you have more strength, more resilience, and more potential than you ever gave yourself credit for. The beauty of growth is that it's never complete. There's always room for improvement, always another layer to peel back, always another level to reach. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. Growth is a continuous process. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. It's about being patient with yourself as you evolve, understanding that change takes time. You're not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even a week ago. If you're doing the work, if you're showing up and pushing yourself, you are constantly evolving into the next best version of yourself. Celebrate that. Embrace it. Understand that progress, not perfection, is the true measure of growth. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to recognize and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. It's easy to focus on the gaps, the things you still haven't accomplished, the goals you've yet to reach, the dreams you're still chasing. But if you only focus on what you haven't done, you miss out on the incredible strides you've already made. Look at how far you've come. Reflect on the challenges you've overcome, the fears you face, the lessons you've learned. Every bit of progress, no matter how incremental, is a victory. Celebrate it. Take pride in how much you've grown, even if it feels like it's not enough. You are enough, and your progress is proof of that. Growth isn't just about achieving external success. It's also about the internal transformation that happens along the way. It's about becoming more aware of who you are, what you value, and how you want to show up in the world. It's about developing emotional strength, mental clarity, and spiritual resilience. You may not always see these changes in the mirror, but they are happening. You are becoming more grounded, more self-aware, and more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Celebrate the person you are becoming, not just the person you want to be. The shift happens internally before it ever shows up externally. Remember, growth is a process of shedding. You will let go of old habits, old mindsets, and old fears that no longer serve you. This can be uncomfortable, and sometimes it might feel like you're losing parts of yourself. But in reality, you're just clearing the way for the new. You're creating space for the person you're meant to become. So when those moments of discomfort come, when you feel like you're not quite yourself, know that it's all part of the growth process. Trust the process. Trust that the changes you're making, even the painful ones, are leading you toward the person you're meant to be. Celebrating growth means celebrating every step of the journey. Every challenge, every victory, every lesson learned is a building block that shapes the person you are becoming. Progress is not always loud or obvious, but it's always there. It's in the way you handle setbacks with grace, in the way you show up for yourself and others, in the way you keep pushing forward even when things aren't easy. Progress is the quiet but powerful force that propels you forward, and it should be recognized and celebrated every single day. So don't rush the process. Don't compare your growth to anyone else's. Your journey is unique to you, and your pace is exactly where it needs to be. Celebrate the fact that you are changing, evolving, and improving. Celebrate your resilience, your persistence, and your willingness to keep going even when it feels like the road is long. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be even more than you are today. Keep growing, keep evolving, and most importantly, keep celebrating every step of the way. Because in the end, growth isn't just about what you accomplish, it's about who you become along the way. And that, my friend, is worth celebrating. Demand respect. It's not something that should be given to you as a favor, nor is it something you should have to beg for. Respect is something you earn, yes, but it's also something you demand because you know your worth. You know what you bring to the table, and you know that you are deserving of being treated with honor, dignity, and care. It starts with you. You have to establish your own boundaries and stand firm in them. You cannot expect others to respect you if you do not first respect yourself. And respecting yourself means refusing to accept anything less than what you deserve. When you demand respect, you're telling the world that you know exactly who you are, and you're not settling for less than the best. You're setting a standard not just for others, but for yourself. You are declaring that your time, your energy, your heart, and your peace are valuable. And just like you wouldn't tolerate someone treating your possessions with disregard, you should not tolerate someone treating you as if you are anything less than worthy of respect. No one can take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously. And that means learning to walk away from situations, people, and environments that do not honor you. Don't be afraid to shut down disrespect before it has a chance to take root. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't deserve to be in your life. Establishing boundaries is one of the most powerful tools you have to demand the respect you deserve. These boundaries aren't just lines in the sand. They're the non-negotiables of how you expect to be treated. Boundaries protect your peace. They're a way of saying, I value myself too much to let you treat me in any way that undermines who I am. But setting boundaries requires courage. It's not always easy to assert yourself, especially if you've been used to putting others first, or if you're afraid of conflict. But let me tell you this, refusing to set boundaries is one of the fastest ways to allow yourself to be mistreated. You have to be your own advocate. You have to speak up for your own worth. You have to be the one to draw the line in the sand. And you have to be prepared to walk away from anything or anyone that crosses it. Respect isn't just about how people treat you, it's also about how you treat yourself. When you refuse to accept disrespect, you're not just demanding it from others, you're modeling it for yourself. You're saying, I'm worthy of the highest standards. You don't let others treat you any less than the person you know you are. That means being unapologetic about your needs, your desires, and your time. If someone doesn't respect that, you don't hesitate to remove them from your space. That's not being selfish, that's being wise. You can't pour from an empty cup. And if you're constantly letting people cross your boundaries, eventually you'll run out of the energy and strength you need to keep going. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Don't let anyone make you feel like your worth is negotiable. You must also recognize that respect isn't just something you demand from others, it's something you must give yourself. When you respect yourself, you stop allowing people to take advantage of your kindness, your time, and your effort. You stop letting others treat you like you're invisible, unimportant, or unworthy of consideration. You stop letting people talk down to you, belittle you, or undermine you in any way. It's not about being arrogant. It's about setting a standard that you refuse to accept anything less than what you deserve. You should never feel like you have to prove your worth to anyone. The people who truly respect you will see your value, and they will treat you accordingly. Demanding respect also means taking responsibility for the relationships you allow into your life. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Sometimes you have to make hard decisions about who you let in, who you let close, and who you let influence you. If someone consistently disrespects you, it's time to cut ties. If they don't support your boundaries or fail to treat you with the honor you deserve, it's time to walk away. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Your life is yours to live, and you have the right to surround yourself with people who uplift you, not tear you down. At the same time, demanding respect means you must be willing to give it to others as well. Respect is a two-way street. If you want others to treat you with dignity, you have to do the same for them. That doesn't mean tolerating disrespect in return. It means that you set the tone by treating others the way you expect to be treated. But make no mistake, respecting others doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It doesn't mean accepting less than what you deserve. It simply means that you approach all relationships, whether personal or professional, with a foundation of mutual respect. And when you establish that, you'll find that people will rise to meet you at the level you've set. When you demand respect, you're not just asking for it from others, you're teaching them how to treat you. You're showing the world that you refuse to settle for mediocrity. You are setting a standard of excellence, of self-worth, and of self-respect. You're telling people that your value is not up for debate, and you won't accept anything less than the respect you deserve. And when you live by this standard, you'll find that you attract the kind of relationships and opportunities that reflect that respect. When you demand respect, you are claiming your place in the world. You are saying, I matter, and I'm not going to let anyone forget it. Affirm self-sufficiency. It's a powerful statement to make. I am enough. Just as I am, that declaration means you understand the value you bring to the world. It means you no longer look for validation from others to know your worth. You know who you are, you know what you bring to the table, and you know that you don't need anyone's approval to walk in your purpose. You are already complete. And that's a realization that will change everything. For too long, many of us have been conditioned to seek external validation. We measure our worth by how others see us, by the compliments we receive, or by the likes we get on social media. We wait for someone else to tell us that we're doing well, that we're on the right path, that we're good enough. But here's the truth, you don't need anyone to tell you that. You've got to learn to affirm it for yourself. You've got to remind yourself daily that you are enough, not because of what others think of you, but because of who you are at your core. The strength, the wisdom, the courage, it's all in you. You've got what it takes to stand tall without leaning on someone else's opinion. Self-sufficiency doesn't mean that you don't appreciate others or that you don't value relationships, but it means that you are not dependent on anyone for your sense of self-worth. You are not waiting for someone else to build you up, to make you feel validated, or to remind you of your significance. You are your own biggest supporter. You have your back. And that's the foundation of true strength. When you begin to recognize your own worth, you realize that no one else's perception can define who you are. You stop looking outside of yourself for approval because you know that validation must come from within. You understand that you are the author of your story, and the narrative is yours to write, no one else's. You have everything inside you right now to be who you are meant to be. The power you seek is not outside of you. It's not in a job title, a social media following, or even in relationships with others. It's within you, and it always has been. The moment you start to affirm that you are enough, just as you are, everything shifts. You stop chasing after things that never truly filled you. You stop giving your energy to people and situations that drain you. You stop doubting yourself, wondering if you're good enough, capable enough, or deserving enough. You already are all of those things. When you affirm your self-sufficiency, You give yourself permission to own your greatness. You let go of the need to prove yourself to anyone. You stop measuring your success based on other people's standards. You stop apologizing for your uniqueness. You embrace your quirks, your strengths, your weaknesses, your past, and your journey. You recognize that you are worthy of all the things you desire, not because of someone else's approval, but because you are inherently deserving of everything that comes your way. Affirming self-sufficiency also means not letting failure define you. We all face setbacks, but when you are self-sufficient, you understand that failure is simply part of the process. It doesn't diminish your worth. It doesn't make you less than. Instead, you recognize that every misstep is just a stepping stone toward your growth. You never let a mistake or a failure convince you that you're not enough. You simply learn from it, adjust, and keep moving forward. Because you know that you are strong enough to bounce back, capable enough to find solutions, and wise enough to know that growth comes through challenges. When you stop seeking external validation, you stop giving others the power to determine your self-worth. You no longer allow someone else's actions or words to dictate how you feel about yourself. That's freedom. It's the freedom to walk in your truth, to speak your truth, to stand firm in who you are, and to never apologize for it. You don't need validation from anyone because you've already validated yourself. You are worthy of love, success, and happiness simply because you exist. Not because of anything you've done, but because of who you are. And once you fully embrace that, once you truly believe it, nothing can shake your foundation. Self-sufficiency is about trust. Trusting yourself, trusting your abilities, and trusting that you are enough. It's about having the confidence to walk your path alone without looking over your shoulder for others to tell you if you're on the right track. It's about knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, that you can create your own success, that you don't need anyone else's permission to live the life you want. You have everything you need right now. So remind yourself every day, I am enough, just as I am, because when you know this truth in your bones, when you believe it with every fiber of your being, you will step into the world with a power that no one can take away from you. You'll stop seeking validation and start living from a place of certainty. You'll stop looking outside yourself for the answers and realize that they've been inside you all along. You are enough. You always have been. And when you fully understand this, you will realize that the only person you need to prove yourself to is the person in the mirror. Believe in your impact. It might seem like a small gesture, a tiny action, maybe even something that feels insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but let me tell you, everything you do matters. Every decision, every choice, every word you speak, it all ripples out into the world. You might not always see it immediately, but the truth is that you are creating waves of change every single day, whether you recognize it or not. Think about this when you do something good. When you choose kindness, when you speak up for what's right, those small actions set off a chain reaction. They create a ripple effect. What seems like a tiny pebble dropped into the water creates waves that can spread far beyond where you threw it. You might not know how far that ripple reaches, but trust that it's traveling. You may not ever see the lives you touch or the change you inspire, but believe me when I tell you it's happening. Too often, people think that change only comes from grand gestures, from big, loud moments of heroism or celebrity. But real change starts with the everyday choices that people make. It starts with one person deciding to act with integrity, to do the right thing, to show kindness, to lift others up. It starts with one person choosing not to accept mediocrity, but to strive for greatness, not just for themselves, but for everyone around them. You don't need to be famous to make a difference. You don't need to be rich, powerful, or influential to change the world. What you need is the belief that your actions matter. You need to recognize that every choice you make, no matter how small, can create a shift in someone's life. And that shift can cause a ripple effect that spreads further than you ever imagined. Believe in your impact, because even the smallest act can have profound effects. A smile to someone who's struggling, a word of encouragement to someone who feels like giving up, a kind gesture, an offer of help, a moment of understanding. These are the things that have the power to change lives. The world doesn't always need another grand gesture. Sometimes it just needs you to show up. It needs you to be present and to make a choice to bring positivity, compassion, and strength into the lives of others. And don't think that just because you can't see the results of your actions immediately, they're not having an impact. The impact you're making is real. It's just that sometimes it takes time to show up. Sometimes it takes time for your actions to be recognized, for the seeds you've planted to take root and grow. You may never see the full extent of the change you're creating, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Trust that the world is a better place because of what you do every day. You see, when you understand the power of your own actions, you start to live with purpose. You stop going through the motions, just doing things because it's expected or because it's the easy route. Instead, you live intentionally. You begin to act with awareness, knowing that your words, your actions, and even your silence carry weight. Every time you choose to show up as your best self, every time you choose to do something good, every time you choose to make a positive impact in the world, you are creating a wave of change. And eventually that wave will turn into a tide, and that tide will move mountains. It's easy to think that you need to do something big, something massive, something world-changing to matter. But the truth is, the world is changed in the small moments, the moments where one person makes a choice to act with integrity, to be kind, to lift someone up. It's not always the loudest actions that make the most noise. Sometimes the quietest ones create the biggest impact. So understand this, you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to have a grand stage to make a difference. You just have to show up. And when you do, you'll see that the impact you make is far greater than you could have ever imagined. When you believe in your impact, you begin to recognize that your life is a series of moments that matter. Each action, each decision, each interaction, it all counts. It all adds up. Every time you show kindness, every time you stand up for what's right, every time you refuse to settle for less than greatness, you are planting seeds of change. And those seeds will grow, even if you can't see them yet. So believe in your impact. Don't wait for permission to make a difference. Don't think you have to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect situation. Start now where you are with what you have. Your actions are more powerful than you realize. Even the smallest moments of change can have far-reaching effects. You may never know the full extent of your impact, but know this, it is happening. You are creating waves of change every single day. Speak your power. Your words are more than just sounds that fill the air. They are tools, weapons, and instruments of change. Every word you speak has the ability to shape your reality. Words carry energy. They can lift you, push you forward, or hold you back. They can shape the way you see yourself, the way others see you, and even the way the world responds to you. When you speak your power, you are consciously choosing to speak with purpose, to speak with clarity, to speak with conviction. And when you speak powerfully, you stand in your strength. You declare to the world and to yourself that you are not just here to survive, but to thrive. It starts with affirmation. Affirmations aren't just words, they are declarations of truth. When you speak affirmations, you are laying down the foundation for the life you want to create. You are saying, this is who I am. This is who I am becoming. This is what I believe. This is what I deserve. You are reinforcing the truth that you are worthy, capable, and enough exactly as you are. And each time you speak those words, you are imbuing them with your energy, with your belief, with your vision for your future. When you speak your power, you are fueling your day with purpose. Purpose isn't something you find somewhere out in the world. It's something you create within yourself. It's the reason you wake up every morning and face the world. It's the driving force behind everything you do, and it can't be found in external validation or approval. It's born in the deep well of your own soul. And when you speak your power, you remind yourself of your purpose. You speak the intention that you are not here to be a bystander in life. You are here to make an impact. You are here to serve a higher calling. You are here to be a force for good, to create positive change, and to rise above the challenges that come your way. Purpose is fuel. It's the spark that lights the fire inside you. It gives you direction. It gives you clarity. And when you speak it, you breathe life into it. Every word you speak brings you closer to that purpose. It reminds you of your why and guides you through the obstacles and setbacks that inevitably arise. Without purpose, you wander. But when you speak your purpose, you are focused, you are driven, and nothing can deter you. Speaking your power also means speaking resilience. Life is hard. It's unpredictable. There will be times when you feel like you can't go on, times when the weight of the world seems too much to bear. But when you speak resilience, you are reminding yourself that you are built to withstand the storms. You are tough. You are unshakable. Resilience is not the absence of difficulty, it's the ability to rise above it. It's not about avoiding the challenges that life throws at you, but about facing them head on with courage and strength. When you speak resilience, you are telling yourself that no matter what comes your way, you will stand firm. You will not break. You will bend, but you will never snap. You will grow through adversity, not shrink from it. And it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving in the face of hardship. Resilience isn't about how hard you hit back, it's about how you keep moving forward no matter the blows. When you speak resilience, you declare that setbacks are only setups for comebacks. You declare that failure is not a dead end, but a stepping stone. You understand that the road to success is paved with challenges, but you have the strength to navigate them. Speaking resilience means you believe in your ability to overcome, to adapt, and to push forward when the going gets tough. When you speak your power, you also fuel yourself with unwavering self-respect. Self-respect is the foundation of everything. It's the understanding that you are deserving of good things, that you are worthy of success, happiness, and love. And that respect starts from within. It means refusing to tolerate anything that diminishes your worth. It means setting boundaries and standing firm in your values. Self-respect is about treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and compassion that you would show to someone you love. It's about knowing that you don't have to settle for less than what you deserve, and it's about having the strength to walk away from anything or anyone that doesn't honor your value. When you speak your power, you speak respect into your life. You remind yourself that you are not here to be anyone's doormat, to be taken for granted, or to live in the shadows of others' expectations. You are here to stand tall. You are here to demand respect, to walk with your head held high, and to never settle for less than you are worth. Speaking self-respect is about honoring your own needs, your own desires, and your own goals. It's about making choices that align with your best interests and rejecting anything that doesn't serve you. So speak your power every day. Speak your purpose, your resilience, and your self-respect. Fuel your day with the belief that you are capable, you are strong, and you are worthy of everything you desire. Speak with intention. Speak with strength. Speak with clarity, because when you speak your power, you are not just filling the space around you with words, you are filling it with conviction. And that conviction becomes your reality. It becomes the force that propels you forward, that keeps you moving through the obstacles, and that helps you stay grounded in the knowledge that you are enough, exactly as you are. Speak your power. Own it. Live it.